Hello, today I wanted to talk about my Magic the Gathering cube. Specifically, I wanted to talk about the Boros archetype, the red-white color pairing. Red-white is famously aggressive, which this cube really leans into. A relentless strategy designed to pressure your opponents from the very first turn. It's a natural fit for the cube, but it's not just about speed, it's a delicate balancing act in cube design. The goal is to give the archetype a real chance to win without making it so dominant that slower draft decks never get a foothold. The Boros aggro plan is simple. You curve out aggressively with cheap, efficient threats and keep the pressure on. That starts with a suite of aggressively costed 1-drops, the kind that force opponents to react to you instead of furthering their own plans. Cards like Giver of Runes and Mother of Runes offer key protection, letting your creatures dodge removal or push damage past blockers. They don't just defend, they force awkward blocks or no blocks at all. And when you've emptied your hand by turn 4, Recruitment Officer gives you a way to keep the gas flowing, helping the deck maintain momentum deep into the mid-game. Equipment also plays a big role. Tools like Maul of the Skyclaves or Infantry Shield turn your early creatures into evasive or hard-to-answer threats. Even a humble 1-drop becomes a must-answer clock. Boros aggro loves creatures that create their own armies, and grow as they do. Goblin Rabblemaster, Seer Slicer Goblin, and Krenko, 10th Street Kingpin, all snowball the longer they stick around, adding pressure while scaling up the damage turn by turn. Red's spell-based creatures add another layer of synergy. Young Pyromancer spits out tokens as you cast spells, and Soulscar Mage can turn your burn into lasting damage. On the white side, Luminarch Aspirant and Student of Warfare can scale up quickly, while cards like Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, tax opponents' decks when they're trying to stabilize. Brimaz, King of Oreskos, and Ranger Captain of Eos offer not just bodies, but value and disruption too. And there's also non-creature support to consider. Unbreakable Formation turns a wide board into a lethal Alpha Strike. Savine's Reclamation can help you recover past threats to keep the pressure on. Other red threats like Valduk, Keeper of the Flame, or Lelia the Blade Reforged scale with equipment or attack triggers, turning your standard beatdown into a value engine if left unanswered. And of course, cards like Hellrider can end the game out of nowhere, perfect for punishing opponents who think they have one more turn. But where this archetype really shines is in synergy. Cards like Inti's Sinshell of the Sun reward you for attacking each turn. Ivora, Insatiable Air, wants to be getting in for damage as a means of buffing herself, while letting you repeatedly rummage for more threats. It's not just mindless aggro, it's smart, synergistic aggro. Two key signposts anchor the archetype. Figure of Destiny represents pure scalability and color commitment, a 1-drop that can end games alone. And Swiftblade Vindicator? It's a fast clock that multiplies its power with every buff or piece of equipment. If you're drafting Boros in this cube, your job is simple. Curve out, push damage, and keep the pressure on. Every card counts, every turn matters. If all goes to plan, your opponents will never make it to the late game. Thank you very much for listening. Boros is another color pairing that just sort of came natural. I didn't really try to go against the grain too much on this one. Red and white does aggro really well, and I just leaned into that, picking from a lot of the best aggressive cards that have been in limited over the years and sort of compiling them all together. It is kind of funny how good 1-drops have gotten over the years, so much so that things like Savannah Lions just don't even make the cut for being a vanilla creature that's a 2-1 for 1 when there's so many better pushed options out there. But I really do like where it's at. I think every cube needs some aggressive archetype just to shake things up, and so I'm glad that white and red can fill that role because they do it better than anybody else. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back later with another breakdown of a cube draft archetype. Bye. Take care.